Good morning, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Nasdaq up here. Give me a shout if you can hear me. What's up, DT Earth? What's up, Lennon? How's it going? Morning, DPP. Appreciate the likes. Morning, SW. Got the Nasdaq up here. All right, let's look at what happened last night. So we had a big gap up last night on the open. Pull up our pen to cooperate. Big gap up last night on the open. You can see 4 hour actually might be better to actually take that. Where we closed on Friday was 11,380, and we opened. Well, I guess it wasn't that big of a gap up, 15-point gap up, but we haven't had a weekend gap up in a long time. I guess there was one over here. When we did have that weekend gap up, we did get that push, and then we had that move to the downside. So yeah, I should probably correct myself there. Last week we did have a gap up as well. We pushed up, and last week was a good week, though. I mean, last week was a good week. We actually, I don't know if that was last week. Last week it looks like we actually gapped down. Whatever. Well, point being here is last week was a very good week. I think it was the best week it's had since June. This nice big push up. Look what we're coming into right now, though, as I'm looking at the weekly chart. I'm just taking a look at this first thing right here. So some of the stuff is just coming off the top of my head as I'm looking at it. Weekly, very bullish candle coming in last week. First real bullish candle we had since, I don't know, first week of September, it looks like. Broke higher on that, came up to a larger trend line and pushed down off of it. It's got a lot of resistance going on up here, though. So while it does look bullish from Friday, and even that little gap up, that 15-point gap up over the weekend, it's coming. It still has a lot of resistance. So I wouldn't be, I don't know. It looks like it may want to come up to 11,720, 11,800 possibly. We've got this nice little bull flag thing going on. We're trading it last week. We had a little bit of a false breakout on it last week. I'm dropping down my time frames on weekly, daily to 4 hour to kind of zoom in closer and closer to see what's going on. We've had this nice push up, pull back to this bearish channel. We had a false breakout on it here where then we broke lower and it looked like it should have collapsed down to the bottom of the channel. Instead of what did it do? It just pumped way up out of it. Very bullish sign, this right here. I was talking about on Friday how sometimes the market's acting a little odd right now. And I say that because we had this breakout right here, this channel. This thing should have continued to go up. When it failed, it should have really fallen. That should have been the move to the downside on it. And we just didn't have it. So we got these two kind of conflicting moves. We broke lower here. It really should have gone to the downside. It didn't. Pumped up. Sometimes when the market's about ready to reverse, or when it's about ready to reverse, we see see very odd behavior from it like this. I think there were some articles come out over the weekend that most of the big financial people say that we have not hit a bottom yet on the market, and to prepare for some more pain. So, I don't know. Maybe we find one more, leg to the downside. I kind of been anticipating that move to the downside, that leg to the downside, but at the moment, we're making higher. At the moment, we're making higher lows and higher highs. You'd expect it to come up to this area. Its next stop, its next pit stop here. However, we are in a larger downtrend. So, you can see this up channel going on right here. So yeah, I think it should want to come up here to 11,000, this area. If we break pre-market highs up here, I think that'll be a key level for it. If you break pre-market highs, I think that this pocket right here would be its next stop. So I would anticipate we get that move up to here. That being said, we are clearly in a macro downtrend, right? So I don't know if this is the safest move to take a long on it or not. I'm still long on my equities. What's up, Tara? I'm still long on my equities, but I'm not going to close out of those just yet. Let's see how the intraday stuff's looking. Overnight session, we're negative delta, negative on the day, below VWAP, barely. So a little bit of a pullback here. We can look at the hourly real quick. So kind of from the higher time frames, what we've got is overall macro downtrend, but right now we are in a micro uptrend that's been going on since October 14th-ish, so the last couple weeks. See it here, right? Higher lows, higher highs the last couple weeks. But I wanted to look at here on the hourly was this little breakout. We had the gap up open last night. You can see it right there. And we've been pulling back. See this trend line into a little, it's the same chart pattern that we had over there on the 4-hour daily that we were looking at, but we got this little downtrend line. What is this thing called? Like a bull flag. And little bull flag coming down to the back end of the trend line, which is providing now some support, and you would expect this to make another move to the upside here. Down here will be some support for it. Down here will be more support. If it got through all of this, it's got some more support down here, which is what? This trend line from Friday, or from last week, I should say. So that's kind of acting as some support as well. We can look at last week's volume profile, trading above last week's range at the moment, accepted range at the moment, value area at the moment, and using value area high plus this trend line as support. So it's looking bullish at the moment, but I don't know. Part of me is just like it looks weak bullish. However, that being said, I think that you could even go in a little tighter here if you wanted, and trade the break of this trend line right here. If it popped up above 410, 409, 406, that area right here, you can see it. If it popped up above that, you might get that move up to 50. You may break that and even move up higher, or maybe it drops down a leg. I don't know. It's Monday morning. It's difficult to tell. Let's look at fundamentals going on this week. Fundamentals, is there any news coming out? This week, filter. Durable goods on Thursday. GDP on Thursday, maybe. I'm not really. There's some stuff. Initial jobless claims, GDP. Housing, maybe housing's going to come into play now. The housing market is almost like a bubble at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the housing stuff might later this week influence it a little bit. I mean, if those numbers are really way off, but I'm not seeing anything massive popping out at me. Take a look at Bookmap. If you guys are interested in Bookmap, there is a 20% off coupon code below. Bookmap is an order flow tool. Please don't shut down. Trying to update my Replicanto trade copier. What we're looking at here is we're looking for high areas of liquidity that price may want to get pulled down into. Or pulled up into. Seeing anything at the moment within like 100-point range. Down here, 322. Price may want to drop down to that 322. What is that on our chart? Let's see what that level corresponds with. Back into this trend line, probably value area low from the overnight session. You can see it down here. So that may be an area of support. Price may want to fall down into that 322. Keep that in mind. If we start making a move down, I think 322, based on what Bookmap's showing me, is going to be an area that price may want to get sucked down into if you see an impulse to the downside. So I might take that short. You know, I'm not overly confident in the bullish structure that we're seeing from the overnight open. But that being said, you know, you can't dismiss it either. So I think I might try to take a short if we break like 50. I don't know. It's hard for me to find the actual support area on it over here. Or 22. You can see that that's going to be the 4-hour low. Morning, it's Dave. What's up, man? I mean, really, what you'd want to do is buy the break of this trend line here on the 5-minute. All right, you got this down channel. Yeah, you can see 322 right there at the bottom of that channel. So, you know, 49 down to 22. That might be a good trade. I would be zoning in on that on the open. How much time we got for the open? 4 minutes. My God, that is forever. I don't want it to move without me. So we've got 322 here. I'm going to mark this out on here, the bottom of this, as like a support zone. We've got this support level here. And I think, you know, if it got through this area, like that, you know, if we got, this is probably a decent pocket to pick up right here. Before it found any sort of real significant support. And it may just eat through those orders down there at 22 and just continue to drop down to value. Well, it's down there. It's already got it, right? It's the value area low. So I suspect we are going to make that move. It's pre-market. I don't know. Again, if you guys are interested in Bookmap, there is a coupon code below where you can get 20% off your first month of Bookmap. I've got a few people sign up for that. I think Taro's got it. Taro, you find Bookmap helpful? Ah, gotcha. Gotcha. This is a Bookmap down here. We can see order flow on it. The bubbles indicate aggressive buying, aggressive selling. We can see here, just as a visual, we can see, obviously price is moving lower, but we can see here the visual of just the more aggressive selling coming in, larger red bubbles, smaller green bubbles, and you see as it's trying to make moves up, those green bubbles tend to get smaller. So it is pre-market though. You got to take pre-market with a grain of salt. I think we may get a pretty decent move out, like if we break this zone here. I think we might get that pretty decent move to the downside. We can also, what I like is when the session opens, it's going to give me session cumulative volume delta rather than overnight volume delta, which you see over here on Bookmap. And we've also obviously have the order book here where we can see orders, standing orders on the order book. So we can see sellers and buyers down here. You can also put over here a volume profile. I don't have the volume profile on here because I have it over here on my NinjaTrader. So I don't need duplicate stuff, but there's all sorts of stuff you can do with Bookmap. Some people just trade on Bookmap alone. I think you could do it. And I've thought about trying to do one of these trader evaluations just using Bookmap, but I haven't done that. What's up, Matt Davies? I'm gonna get that impulse up. See what it wants to do up here. Come on, chart. Pop right. Delta's moving up. Big buyer coming through over here. You can see it over here on the Bookmap. You can get super granular with Bookmap. You can really zoom in to look at very finite order flow. Not finite. Very microscopic order flow. What am I talking about? That was a silly move, little boy. This should have gone quicker. You need to be fast on the open. What's going on with this thing? Yeah. Sound like a kitchen cleaner. All right, I think it's probably going to drop to that 22 level. 30s for me are always significant. I don't know why. We can see we're coming down now to the bottom of this channel. This would be there. Hit 22. Man, I should have just taken that whole trade, huh? Now what's it gonna do? It's getting through it. Very bearish. Delta, though, is not making new lows. You can see cumulative delta down here just chilling. It's not overly aggressive, but it's aggressive enough. Look at Delta moving up there. This is a Delta trade if I ever saw one. It's a tricky trade, but you just see the buyers coming in. You buy right above support, and you're trying to counter trend trade it a little bit. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, to be honest with you. I just see all that cumulative delta coming in. Let's take a stabby stab. That's just Delta. Look at Delta ripping up at that consolidation, then Delta starts to move up in that consolidation. But it's clearly against the opening trend, right? It's getting in and out. Let's see what it wants to do here. A lot of buying going on down there, though. I just don't. Oh, point of control came in here. Delta's moving up even more. Really, look at all this buying going on in Bookmap. I mean, this is all just a lot of buying order flow. I just don't quite have the cojones to take it right now. I don't know why. I hate it when my emotions get too much. There it goes. Coming back into the zone, which was support, it might act as resistance. You can see as it comes into the zone here. Look down here, Bookmap. Boom, seller come in. It's going to absorb that, it looks like. It's just going to move up. Bullish, bullish, bullish here. It's got to get above 83. It's really got to get above 90 in order for that thing to maybe move up. It's got to get out of this down channel. So it's right in the middle of the channel. It's not really a place you want to be. In the middle of the action. Moving up. Now we're out of this down channel, but let's see how valid this is. Oops, sorry, my book map there. Let's see how valid that this actually is here. We're at the top of the band here on the 1 minute. Delta's now positive 1,000. I mean, that's pretty good. That's showing me bullish action. But I'm also careful that could drop all the way down, back down to 56. VWAP might provide some support. It's made quite an aggressive recovery there from its initial drop. Sorry, man. I should have held on to that. If you guys like any of this content, any of this live trading, I would really appreciate a like on the video. Help me out a lot. It helps out the channel quite a bit, supports it. All this stuff's completely free. Hopefully I try to go over technical analysis stuff with you, not just try to run up my P&L, but really try to look at like how I'm looking at it, how we can mark out levels, how we can scalp this thing. I got out of this one here because there was just too much hesitation. It should have really popped and it didn't. Thanks, man. I appreciate the like. Back down. It's looking choppy. I'm probably just gonna sit on my hands for a little bit. Coming to that 20 SMA, back down to the support zone. Again, we're in the middle of this channel. I don't know how valid this channel is, to be honest. Look at Delta moving up here. This might be a buy. But I don't know. I mean, this value area high, is a value area high even legitimate? Lower. You can see those buyers coming in and then just nothing. They'll follow through and they'll get stopped out and then price just falls again. Finding some support back here. Wow, look at that. There it goes. Here it comes. All right, guys, I gotta take a break. Hold on, give me a second. Hey guys, sorry. I had a semi-emergency going on there. I had to jump up, take care of it. My son is turning 10 years old next week, and we're planning a birthday party, and I had to go talk about birthday stuff. My God, I'm missing the market move. But I will say I probably would have jumped in on a long on. That was some pretty aggressive price action there. Probably in this pullback, I would have jumped in on a long. I'm not sure how well that would have panned out for me. This is pretty gnarly here. We're going to end the poll. See what you guys think. Looks like most of us are. Most of us are ranging is taking the top spot there, and I think the bullish and bearish being even shows that we probably are doing a little ranging. Coming back down here to that support zone. One way you can trade a ranging market is trading break of structure to the other side. You could take half a position here if you wanted down here at this support zone on order flow. So you could be looking at bookmap, cumulative delta to see if buyers start stepping in here. This was a previous area of support and bottom of this channel here. Or you could wait for this break of structure here on the 1 minute. The structure here to break on the 1 minute. 21. You'd want it to see it come back up into the accepted value range on it. Really breaking down here, huh? The fallen. Oh, I'm sorry, my book map is screwed up. Oh, where are we coming down to here? 44. 44 would be probably my target on it. 30 points away. I try to get in a decent spot on it. it's hard to. It's hard to. Bunch of selling coming in. Price absorption. Price absorption is when, yeah, bottom of the band there on the 1 hour. I'm probably gonna sit on my hands, look for some more structure to build. 844 on a Monday is pretty good. But we're at the bottom of the band on the 1 hour. See it over here. You know, there might be some support down here. Probably be just chilling for the moment. But if it gets through, I would say, 60. If we start getting through some of this, I think it may open up all the way down here to 11,050. You can see a big area of confluence there. We've got this supporting trend line, the back end of this. Maybe fall down into there at some point. I don't know what I think about this move. Very bearish on the 1 minute. That looks like a nice entry on the 1 minute. However, cumulative delta has nothing to do with it. Delta is still very positive on session. I don't know. I'm still sitting on my hands a little bit. Man, maybe I should have jumped in on that short. All right, guys, I'm gonna grab some coffee. I'll be right back. Right back. I don't know. I'm watching this thing. This person is no donating to gossip or entertainment for me. That means I'm gonna grab some coffee, guys. I'm gonna be right back. whatever. Lots of selling coming in down here. I think we are coming to the bottom of this band here. And what we talked about in pre-market was this trend line from last week. It's now acting as support. I don't know. The shorts, we can sometimes look at the band on the 1 minute. We can see how this is kind of curling in. It may want to come down to 20. Long MNQ. I don't know. It's looking, price action is looking bearish. Order flow is looking bullish. Not bullish, but not overly bearish, I should say. Oh, yeah, pushing down. Look at this big liquidity down here, 200. I bet we come down here and eat through that and then just drop. What's up, Kyle? What's up? What's up? What's up? Sorry, guys. I'm doing a bunch of different work. I'm just watching this here. Probably should have jumped in on. I probably should jump on a short here. I think I'm probably gonna eat through that and then. No, I don't know. Keep hoping it's gonna come up, but we're starting to fall here. Probably down to 77. But let's see what it wants to do down here. If you guys are interested in Bookmap, there is a coupon code in the description of this video. Actually pinned to the message here. Well, in the description, there's a coupon code, and you can also use that coupon link in the description up here in the chat to get 20% off your first month if you're interested in it. And you kind of just want to jump in on this, right? But I'm waiting for a pop-up to get in. I have no volume profile on my 1 minute. That's weird. I don't know why that's going on. Williams percent rate. Yeah, 114. Yeah, we've got 106. Well, I see 106 contracts. It's going up a little bit. It's probably going to get sucked down into that. How do you find your entry on it? One thing I've got as I have the Williams percent range up here. One thing that I used to like to do is wait for it to, when it was trending like this down. You wait for it to become overbought situations. You kind of on the 1 minute. So we've got. The session is clearly to the downside at the moment, and then you would wait for it to get overbought on the 1 minute, and then that would give you an indication of where you might enter. You wait for Williams percent to get overbought, which would be in the negative 20 or higher. I don't know. This might be an entry too, but you can see Delta moving up. I don't know. See here, Delta moving up on this move. I might jump in on a buy on this. I think we are going to get that move up. I don't know why I did that. You want to know why I did that? Because I'm staring at this thing for however long. And I think it is going to move up to 73 possibly. I see Delta moving up on it. I think you might get that pop, but I don't know if this is a very good entry or not. 1,100 bucks on the day. I think you may get this move up to 70, 76. Usually it's going to want to come to the top of the band here. I'll just take that pop. Go ahead and give this live stream a like if you're finding any value in this. Yeah, I got that move up to 74. Should have held it. Should have held it. But this is what I was talking about before, how Williams percent range now becomes overbought. We've got this trend line. Might be able to get on it there. It looks like it's actually a buy. You can see how we get this little pullback. Breaking that trend line. Delta's moving up. It looks like a buy on it. Moving up. Moving on up. My robot vacuum is stuck. I have to go and stuck it. All right. Long wick coming here on the hourly, huh? To do here. I mean, I'm telling you, this thing is just acting super weird. We're negative on the day, but delta is positive. I mean, you're kind of thinking this thing's going to come up. Kind of thinking this thing's going to come up. Bit of a pullback here, breaking that trend line. Thanks. Find the algo easy. That's a hard name to decipher there, but that's okay. Thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate it. Just watching this, guys, while doing lots of other things. I hope you're getting a little bit of value watching Bookmap here. Look at that selling coming in. This thing looks about ready to roll. You can see, aggressive selling, weaker buying, low volume node. I don't know. It's almost 10 o'clock. I may just not even mess with this thing anymore. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I'm asleep. I'm multitasking at the moment. Lots of buyers coming in there. Yeah, I mean, it just looks bullish. I'm like, it looks bearish. It looks bullish. It looks bearish. It looks bullish. I mean, I think it move up again. Order flow. Order flow is looking bullish. We're positive 2,000, even though we're red on the day. I don't think there's a short in this. I think you're probably going to get that move up to VWAP. Lots of buyers coming in there. No. Chasing price a little bit here. It seems like it's going to get a big momentum break. Shoot. I think we are going to push up. I jumped in there. I think we are going to get that push up to VWAP. There's this low volume node. I don't know. May need to take a stop on it. If we drop below like 14, can always get back in, right? Maybe just chased it a little bit too much up here. I saw it break that 30 and I was like, oh, here we go, boy. Yeah, you just gotta keep your stop nice and tight. It may pop down here and take me out. It's probably gonna pop down, take me out, and then explode back up. But that's just the way life. Yeah, you see how close that came to taking me out there? In a tick. $1,300. You get that. Where did I get out at 39? Yeah. I think that this may now want to come down. It looks like it might pop up here. I think I'd be pushing it if I took a buy on this 10 o'clock. I might just be calling it a day on this. Moving on up. Moving on up. Bullish. You can see how now liquidity is coming in below the price like that. For some, it's interesting. I want to see if that actually provides some support or not. Thanks, Airbank. Slim Jim. I'm doing several different things. And I think the reason I'm having actually such a good trading day is because I'm not just staring at price action. Like I'm kind of looking at it and then I'm having to do some other things and then looking back at it, that's why I've kind of been so quiet today as well. Um, it's allowed me to to be a little bit more patient. We got this long here. I would have been stopped out on this. Another long down here. This one clearly would have been a fantastic trade. Take up, just didn't get it, so I just didn't hold it. But yeah, coming to this trend line, we have this bearish candle on the 5 minute. We have this up channel on the 1 minute. I think if this up channel breaks, it would probably want to fall. Um, I don't know. I'm probably gonna call it quits for the day. To be honest with you, it's 10:05. European market's gonna close in 25 minutes. Price will probably start acting a little wonky, and I'm good with almost $1,400 on the day. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. Sorry I wasn't too talkative today. Like I said, I do a ton. I'm doing some other stuff going on, and I'm just kind of got the charts open on one screen, got Bookmap open there. I'm glancing at it, but I'm not focusing too much on it. And to be honest with you, it actually paid off pretty well because I'm not getting so sucked into it that I'm making bad decisions or jumping into something because I've been staring at price action for so long that I do something dumb. If you guys wouldn't mind liking this thing one more time, I'd love to get over 40 likes. If we can get 3 more likes, I'd really appreciate it. Completely free to like it. I have no idea who likes it or not, but I certainly would like the like. Encourages me to get up, fire up all these programs every morning, do the live stream, do the technical analysis, talk through things. It's helpful for me too to do these things, so I appreciate you guys being there. I get absolutely no money from this. I think I get like maybe 25 cents from YouTube to do these things. So I appreciate the like or any sort of support you guys want to give. I appreciate it. That's going to be it for me today, I think. We can see this up channel here on the 1 minute. We certainly have a lot of room on the volume profile. There's a lot of room to the downside here for it to move. We're making lower highs, on this thing. This one poked up through, but it failed. Still making those lower highs. Lots of touches on this trend line. If it did want to break this like 20 level, I think value area low would be a spot. This might be an area to pick up, maybe even down to the bottom of the band. But I don't know. I'm not going to participate. I feel pretty good about the way today went. So I'm going to cut it there. I'll be back again tomorrow, guys, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. Please tune in, and I'll see you guys then. Take care. Oh, if you guys are interested in Bookmap, again, discount code going on below, 20% off your first month. If you guys are interested in Bookmap down here, an awesome order flow tool. Shows you aggressive buying and selling in a more visual format. Also gives us order book over here with nice levels. The one nice thing about Bookmap that you can do is you can look and see how long order liquidity has been sitting there. Liquidity are these levels where orders are. The longer the liquidity that has been there, probably the more valid it is. I'm not seeing any right here. Here's some right down here. Down here at 266 orders, sitting at 200. Price may want to get sucked down into this. These high levels of liquidity, when you see them on Bookmap, will act as magnets. And we looked at that in pre-market. We did a nice analysis where we saw a big area of liquidity sitting at pre-market, and price got sucked right down into that as the market opened. And that's a pretty nice little strategy, and it seems to have worked out pretty well. I did a video on it if you guys want to check it out. I'll actually post it in here if you guys want to see how price can hunt liquidity. Let me post it in the chat here so you guys can take a look at it. It's a nice example of how price can seek out that liquidity when it's sitting there on the order book, particularly on the open. And try to find that video so I can just post in the chat here real quick, and you guys can watch it as a good example of hunting liquidity. Shareable link. Here we go. You can check out that video. How we can use these large, like I said, these large levels of liquidity that price will want to get sucked down into. Areas of support and resistance will attract and repel price. So when you see those large areas of orders, price is typically going to get moved down into that. So it'll give you a good direction on where to go with it. The one thing with futures trading is you need to be really, really good with your entries. So, price may want to come down to that 200 level today. But if you just jump in here, we may pop back up to 78, 76. So you want to use technical analysis to find your entries as well on that. So that's going to be it for me today, guys. I appreciate you guys joining. Very nice. Love all the likes. Thanks for the 44 likes. Very much appreciate it. Check out that video on how price can hunt liquidity. If you guys are interested in Bookmap, 20% off your first month. If you don't like it after that, you don't have to sign back up, or you save money by getting the full year subscription. So it's a nice little tool to have, another tool in the toolbox, another strategy you can pull out and probably make some money off. So anyways, all right, guys, that's going to be my final goodbye. I've said goodbye like 6 times, but now I'm really saying goodbye. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow, 8:10 a.m. Central Time. See ya. Bye.